right, hopefully today is the day we get to hear this run again. And we're going to get started right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. This here is the 550, the very late 550, that belongs to a customer that had the old push rod of sadness. Yeah, you remember the push rod of sadness? Quite the impressive feat. But in the last installment, we got this rocker arm shaft off here. We got all of these we got everything cleaned up. It was a nasty, oily, grimy mess, and we got all that done. We found a new push rod for him and got this all set back on here, and now we are ready. I'm going to torque the rocker arm shaft because those aluminum towers are very finicky. So we're going to torque those down. Then we're going to do the oh so much fun process of setting valves. My favorite, right? It's so much fun. You know, I just can't put that into words how much I like that part. And it seems like I do that all the time, you know? I'm gonna tighten a little on each one, because as previously stated, you know, some of the valves are actually opening part way already, and so they will put more pressure on this whilst we're tightening. All right, we're gonna call that good, because if we don't, what good does it do? I believe the torque wrench. I've done all I can do now, friends. I've done all I can do. Now, you see the magic of the 550? You see how we can really get in there and grab the fan, especially with the loader on? That's gonna make this so much more fun. So much more fun. Friends, I mean, we can possibly try the starter, but we'll just have to see. But we got to do the same thing back and forth in the piston pairs, and when, you know, when one goes on, then the other one. Also, we need another firing order of a 4-cylinder. I'm probably gonna have to look that up, because it's either 1, 2, 4, 3 or 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. You only have two choices. You have two choices for a 4-cylinder, but all 6 cylinders use the 153624. So it's the same as the fleet lines in that, 10 and 17 or 10 and 16. It's probably what I'm gonna do, because that's what I got on my handy little thing. I've used a bunch. They're the two that are wore the most. I need to get my valve setting tool and socket, and then start rolling it over and getting them adjusted. All right, fun times with the loader. Let's put this battery cable on and see if I crank it around, if I can figure out where we are in the system. I think that's ready for number 1 to fire right there, because that one's starting to open. Let's set number 1, and if I gotta redo it, I gotta redo it. But actually, that one is as good as a guy could get it. I'm not even gonna mess with that one. Let's try this one. That one's a little loose. There we go. I think that'll work. It's hard to do with this shield here. Wish they hadn't, but they had to because of the gas tank, you see. So if I hold that tight, it's not enough. Okay, we're gonna call that one. This one is so close, but it really needs a little more. And of course it won't let me till I... One, two, now we should be ready for 4. That's tight. That one again. I can't do a better job on that one. So I'm going to leave that one alone. This one needs a little loosening. Come on. Come on. Come on, you. That's pretty good. Next one we should do is 3. Alright. That's a little loose. That one I think that one's going to be a little tight. No? No? That one's... I think I'm going to leave that one alone. This one though is a little loose. Let's tighten that up. Come on. Well, that didn't work, did it? There we go. Come on. Sometimes you gotta get it. broke loose first. 'Cause it's been sitting for so long in one spot. What do we got? I think we're good. I think we are good. Let's double check. Next one should be coming around, should be 1. So if we double check 1, that's good. About time for a new feeler gauge. 1's good. Next one will be 2. I don't know, this is another thing I don't like to do because I second guess myself a lot. Everything up here though is kind of wore. But like I said, it's got 5,000 hours on it and probably no maintenance done to it. So 1, 2, now we're ready for 4. Oh, I got the wrong one. No wonder, dum-dum. Yep. Four. Now ready for 3. That goes there. Good. That's good. Okay. We're going to call that a win. Now, our next affair that we're going to have is we are going to change the engine oil before we ever start it, because I am not pumping sludgy, nasty oil up into this that I just spent so long trying to get cleaned up. So I've got all the stuff. I think for right now, while I'm doing this, I'm going to set this on there a second just to keep the, oh, I got it backwards. Keep the dust out here a minute while I'm working. But we'll get the filter off, and on this one is the drain plug in the center. I don't know, I'll have to crawl under there. The sad news is I don't think a bucket will fit. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, I doubt it. And that's not, I don't think I have a shorter bucket than that. Let me figure out what I'm gonna do to catch that. And then also I've got the filter, I've got everything right over here behind me, so don't act like I don't have what I need. I do. I guess what I can do is cut some jugs open and just have them under there and swap out. And that'd probably be about the easiest thing to do. So let me go grab that stuff. All right, sort that angle out as best you can. They certainly don't give you a lot, you know. They don't give you a lot of room. We're gonna try to catch this as best we can, and then from there we're just gonna have to make do. Ooh, that almost seemed like there was a smidgen of water in there, but that's to be understood. If that could have happened in the last couple days. That oil is not what I would like to see as oil. It's almost like it was sludgy on top and this is just watery. And it's not enough. Because that ain't even that's not even a gallon that came out of there. We're gonna let that drain for a little bit. We're gonna focus We're gonna focus our efforts on getting that filter out of there. I don't know what I did with my, well, I do know where it is, but I'm not digging it out. That 3/8 drive oil filter wrench that runs off a socket. I don't know that that would gain us anything here. Might have to though, because this one's too big. Okay. Well, I thought that that was gonna get me, but I guess not. All right, are you still there? That filter is tight. And I think I got it loose finally, but I'm struggling. I'm struggling to get in there to it with anything to where I can turn it. There we go. I got the first go around, it gave me a metal splinter somehow. I don't know where that came off of, but that wasn't pleasant. All right. Oh, good. Look at this. This is the good example of when you change the oil. Always check, because look what it left behind. It left behind the rubber. And if you put that on, your new filter on, you could potentially have a blowout and lose all your engine oil, and sad things could happen, you know? That's the way life goes sometimes. So you got to be paying attention, that's what I'm saying. Let's get a little bit of whatever you call this substance that used to be oil. I'm going to lube up that rubber ring a little bit on the new filter. Come on. All right, let me get down now where I can get a good clamp hold on it with my hands and turn it tight. I think we're going to call that there. I now need to put the drain plug back in. Let me get it cleaned up a little bit here. Oh, cool. Just so we can say that we tried. It should be fine, but alright, no big bang. Oh, 550. We're gonna need that off of there to take a look at it here in a minute. But I gotta do something. I just drink up, little buddy. Let's pre-lube this just to help it. I think it's had a rough life. Isn't that pretty? Let me pour the rest in the place where it goes. Oh, this one's gonna be fun. Fun, fun. Because we can't really get to it. So, we're gonna have to acquire a funnel. A long funnel, not just any funnel. A funnel that will get us where we need to go. Because, once again, loader things, you know? Loader things. There's no way without it. Alright, I don't know if you're still there, but due to the very specific nature of what this is going to take, we're going to try the form a funnel. See if we can form a funnel. Oh, form a funnel, you're not making me happy. Oh, form a funnel. Alright, form a funnel, let's see what you can do. For my funnel, will you spill it or will you work? For my funnel. Nope, I got too aggressive. It's gonna spill. The for my funnel giveth, and the for my funnel taketh away. Alright, it should hold, I think, 5 quarts with a filter. So, I've got 4 quarts in there. Let's pour a little out of this one in there. And then we'll see what we got. For my funnel! Let's stop with that. We will check and see what we got, which means taking the forma funnel out. Good job, forma funnel. You got us to a strange place. And you didn't spill much, actually. That's a lot more than I thought it should be. Why is that? Okay, when it runs, it should be fine, because it's gonna fill that filter. So we got us that far. We got oil. I think let's try to run it like this without any changing on anything else. We're gonna need my little tank, which I have. We're going to tap into his fuel line, which we are going to change, whether he likes it or not, because I don't like that rubber hydraulic line thing he had made. And then, yeah. So let me grab the tank, which is in the back of the golf cart. There should be fuel right here. And I am going to probably have to get the jump box, because I don't think it will play nice even one more time. So let me get all of that stuff rigged up, and we should be able to hear this thing run again. And it will hopefully run beautifully, more smoothly, nicely. And hopefully it will be oiling the rockers correctly. I gave them a little pre-lubing just because I couldn't stand to see them sitting there dry. So let me grab the jump box and that, and we'll get going. All right, we're ready to give her a go. See what happens. Come on. It may not run because the horrendous point. There it is. Come on. It might be flooded too. There it is. Listen to that baby doll purr. Yeah, you're going to be blowing out a lot of carbon for a while out of that number 2 hole. All the tools are falling. Boy, she runs good. And she's oiling up here. You can see it dripping down now. It's coming out of everything. Still kind of some nasty oil that was in the oil gallery, but there's nothing I can do. All I can do is what I did. Change it and hope that most of that trash settles to the bottom after it starts pumping up clean oil, which I think it's doing already. You can watch it. You can watch it turn from black to the clean oil. Is awesome. What a sweetheart, friends. We saved it. I can't believe it. So, I think what we'll do... Now, I think what we'll do is... I don't know if this is one video or not, but we need to get our valve cover gasket glued on so we can put that back where it goes. Yeah, that thing runs great. Much, much, much better. Tank's falling away. My cloud's getting less too. Well, that's awesome. I never get tired of hearing stuff run good. Look at that though. Something's not right. Why is that? Oh, I see it now. It's dripping off of that pin. Oh, I bet it's out of gas. That's okay. We heard it run. All I put in, no, it can't be out of gas. I didn't put that much in it. I don't know why it died. Probably the points are garbage and they messed up. Doesn't matter. It's getting all that new. But we heard proof of concept that what we have here is fixed. So what we'll do is we will now clean this all up again for the second time. We're going to glue the gasket onto the valve cover and put the valve cover down for keeps. And then we can put the fuel tank back on and run it off of what it's supposed to be run off of. I see something that happened. Oh, I need to actually... My temporary tank's going to leak out if I don't address this. In theory, if we set it lower, it should be fine. What was I saying? Yeah, we can put the valve cover on, then we can put the fuel tank back on. And what I was saying is I noticed they ran the loader hoses through this gap. And that kind of is not very handy, but I get why they did it, because they didn't want to have it laid across, you know, or hanging underneath where it would catch. But at any rate, that's okay. That doesn't affect us, other than when I make a new fuel line, that might affect us. That hose isn't very good, is it? I don't know. I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole of sadness. We'll wait and figure that one out. But we need to get this motor sealed up. So the valve cover is the next affair that is important. And we're going to do that. And we can, like I said, then put the fuel tank in, and all the rest of the stuff we can do with the tractor basically together, you know, tune it up. That's no big deal. So... But when we get the fuel tank in, we're going to make him a new fuel line that's more appropriate for what we got. Because I think that hydraulic hose fuel line is causing him more headache than it is help. Because it's not very flexible, and he's trying to clamp a filter into braided wire hose, and that just doesn't always work out like a guy wants, especially with these teeny tiny hose clamps. If you were a bigger size of hose, like 5/8 hose or something, maybe you could get enough torque on a clamp to do that. But yeah, what to say, we fixed the bad miss, and that's wonderful. Now we just got to make sure when we get it together that it runs longer than it did just now. But like I said, I suspect that that's probably also due to those really crappy points that, I mean, yeah, you saw them. They were just barely able to make it go. So, valve cover time. Now, this being a cast iron valve cover means that we're not going to be able to do our close fin trick. We're going to have to do our best and then probably just go ahead and slap it on there. Slap it on there and try to tighten her down with some even pressure for a little bit. It's just one of the things, you know. The thing, it's one of those. Come on. Come on. All right, we're gonna let that percolate a while, but that should seal fine. We need to also seal this. I need to get some of my good old number 2 Permatex for that, because yeah. So I'll put that all back together, and then we should have a chance here of actually, you know, having made some progress. So that's pretty snazzy. 1% battery, you're gonna go away soon, but that's okay. We've had so much fun together today. Oh yeah, it's going beautifully, beautifully. Okay. One thing's for sure, friends. We left it better than we found it. Even if it's not perfect, it's still gonna be better than we found it. So we gotta call that a win, no matter how you look at it. All right, that's done. That means we're ready for the fuel tank, I believe. I believe that's what we're doing. I think we got her all buttoned up top here. Like I said, we can get all the rest of our stuff from out on the side. So that's what we'll do. Oh, that sucks a lot. I'm wearing, ooh, that's not smart. I'm wearing a lot of it. Oh, nasty, nasty. Now you're gonna get to see me with my shirt off. We can't have that. But yeah, we messed her up. Come on, I think it's gotta go in this way first. There. Yahtzee. Got her. Yeah, the cap came the cap came loose partway while I was holding it, and it drenched the front of my shirt with gasoline. So that's cool. After watching what you just saw, do you feel like your IQ has dropped lower than your credit score? Well, there's no reason that both of us should be miserable, so go ahead and hit that thumbs up and leave a comment. That stuff costs you nothing, and it really helps me out. Your banker may not approve, but I know mine will. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.